Ash, it's been 9 days since our last outing. How valuable has that break been for the players, both physically and mentally?
I think the break it's worked well for recovery, but also it's worked really well for preparation. The players have had a couple of days off where they were able to completely disconnect, and that's important mentally, especially after such a intense period. But we're going into another intense period now with 6 games in November. So we had a great week and a bit to prepare, not just for the upcoming games, but our principles and the things we need to improve as a team. And the lads had a great few days, and I'm sure we'll see the benefits of that in the game.
And how have you used this period, and what have you been tweaking on the training pitch ahead of Hartlepool tomorrow?
I think one is to reinforce the good things that we've done in the last few games. So the defensive solidity, controlling the depth, making sure we're not too open. We saw a considerable improvement in that in October. So it's important to reinforce that. We work on that to make that even better, to continue to not concede any chances from clear-cut chances in open play, but then also develop the things we need to work on, which was probably attacking the space behind the opposition defensive line quicker, getting the ball into midfield and then forward quicker. So if the opposition isn't in a block, how can we play forward into forward runners, into players, winger, striker, midfielders running in behind? How can we really use the space in behind the opposition defence? And we've had a real good few days where we've worked on solutions for that, but also where the whole team can train towards the same focus, where there's a clear understanding now when the ball's in certain areas, these are the type of runs, these are the type of passes. And earlier on in the season, when we had a prolonged training period, we saw a couple of good performances, and we're confident we'll see that over the next few games as well.
And Hartlepool are a strong side with attacking threat. What kind of test do you expect from them tomorrow?
They're going to be a good side. They're very clinical, so the chances they get, they score. They had a great start to the season, but in the last couple of games, we've also seen them get back to those levels. They were very good in their last game, where they were very compact. They didn't concede a lot of chances, and when they had the ball, they attacked fast and especially down the side. So we need to be able to make sure we protect the space. When it's wide, we stop the crosses, and we put in another good performance defensively. But for us, it's most important is we exploit the things we can exploit in the game. We look to get in behind their defence. We look to create chances. We're more aggressive with our possession, where, okay, if they're in a block, then we might have to keep it for longer periods. But if they're open, then can we attack the space and try and score goals? And that's been a real focus for us.
And what do you want to see from your team in this one that shows the progress that you've spoken about in the last few weeks?
I think don't forget the things we've done well. So it's important we're compact, we're resilient, we don't concede chances. But then the improvement, if we can create more chances, if we can be more forward thinking with our passing, if we can have more runners, more direct play when the players have got the ball at their feet, if they can be more direct, dribble 1v1, find more passes forward, play more through balls. If we can utilise those moments more skillfully, I think we're really close to having a real good performance.
And finally, how is the squad looking ahead of this one?
So there's Josh and Lennon, there's no progress there where they were a few weeks ago, so they're still not available for selection. Guion came off in the last game, so he's going to be out for a couple of weeks. We need to make sure that he's fully right before we get him back on the pitch. He's a really important player for us. Since he's come back from his last injury, he's been a very good attacking threat for us. So for us now is to make sure he's 100% fit. We don't want to take any risks for him. So if we have to be more patient, we will. And George Thomas unfortunately picked up an injury in training this week. So George, he had a big impact off the bench for us in the last game. He had an assist. So yeah, he'll be a big miss for the squad tomorrow. But we've got a lot of quality in depth, and whatever team we put out, I'm confident we can put in a good performance.